There's gardens on the rooftops of an apartment complex. The theater could use them to produce food. Clear out the hyenas and make that area safe again.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
Good evening, everybody. It is the 18th of October 2019, and we are back in The Division 2 on PlayStation with the result of the audition process that I've been running over the last couple of days about whether the Division 2 will become part of the excuse me while I just oh, one shot kill. Uh-oh. Show your head. Excellent. Yeah, so the question is, will the Division 2 become part of the game library on Scalespeeder Gaming? Will I be producing content for the Division 2? And the answer to that is, of course, yes. Of course, it's yes. It has to be yes, isn't it? This is an amazing game. I'll do a review over the next few days as well. I kind of feel like they've taken the aspects of the Division 1, and so far anyway, and I've put a few hours into this game, which if you include the beta as well, and they've made it better. They've made it a little bit simpler in some ways, but lots of the game is much better. I was a little bit skeptical about how it would feel playing in Washington DC instead of New York, because you know New York was pretty iconic. It felt great to be in New York.
Agent in need of backup.
Oh, great time to have to reload. Look how slow it takes to reload this rifle. Yeah, but actually, the changes they've made to the way that the open world works makes Washington DC feel better than New York. It feels more lived in. You feel like you're really fighting back against the chaos that has come to America and the world since the release of the dollar flu. What used to happen in the Division is, as you were wandering around, you would come across enemies, you'd bump into them, and survivors. But what happens here is there's a lot more interaction between the survivors, the local factions, and the bad guys. They're shooting each other, they're having firefights, and you feel like you're making a difference when you're clearing an area, when you're surviving. There's also way more to do. When you first jump into an area, you're like, oh gosh, there's all these icons of the maps bleeping at you and things that you've got to run around and collect and find. All these firefights you start getting yourself into, and it's great. You find what I found, and this is a really cool sign, is that you're in, say, you go back to the White House to equip some of your skill points, or generally just have a look around, and you're excited to get out there. You look at the map, and you go, right, okay, what have I got to do? Where have I got to go? What am I going to clear next? Because now we've not only got main missions, we've got side missions, we've got control points. It seems to me like all the little things that you end up doing. Ooh, drinking water. Right. Let's find them. Where are they? So that's food. Where's the drinking water? There's some bits there. Drinking water's over there. Let's put a marker on that. Let's go there. Just go and get that water. Or am I full? I might be full.
Hostile broadcast detected.
Yeah, I think I'm full. I don't need to do that. And you're excited about what you're going to do next, and who you're going to be fighting. You want to get out there on the streets, making a difference, and yeah, it's really good, and it looks amazing, doesn't it? Even on this original PlayStation 4, it probably looks a little bit dark in the video, actually. But I think it's really cool. Now, what can't be denied about the Division 2, just as it's the same as with the Division, is that it's very repetitive. It's a cover-based third-person shooter with heavy RPG elements, which means that when you're shooting enemies,
drive out the hyenas and secure the rooftop gardens.
Where's the mission area? So it's south.
Drinking water detected. Hostile broadcast picked up.
So it's this way. Alright, here we go. What was I saying? Yeah, so it is repetitive. You go somewhere, you get behind cover, you shoot enemies. Depending on their level, it'll take loads of bullets to kill them. Then you move on, you shoot some more enemies, they try and flank you, then you shoot some more enemies, you collect some loot, you level up. It's that gameplay loop. But the thing about the Division 2, as it is with the Division, the cool thing about it is the shooting is really good fun. It feels great to shoot the guns. So even when you're coming up against, say, an enemy that seems to have loads of hit points, it takes forever to kill him. So even though it takes loads of bullets to kill that enemy, because the gunplay feels so great, you don't care. It feels really good. I like the way they've simplified health and armour. To a certain extent, they've simplified how levelling up kind of works. It seems like you don't have as much messing around with different types of skill points and health points and those sorted out by modding your equipment as much as you had to, which sounds pretty good. But you've still got the same thing of, you know, if we go in here, it's all about you get the gun with the better. Oh, hello. Oh, that's a rifle, isn't it? You get the gun with the higher numbers. You get the armor with the higher numbers. You get the backpack with the higher numbers, and that all makes your level go up, so you can take on bigger and badder enemies. You know, and the way that the map is gated is the fact that you can only take on these enemies. Well, sorry, you can only take on these enemies when you get to a certain level. Otherwise, they'll be too difficult to kill, and you won't be able to put enough damage into them to do it to kill them fast enough before they kill you. Which is kind of an anathema to shooters, isn't it? But it isn't, because as I say, the shooting in the Division 2 feels really, really good, and actually the story in the Division 2, as I alluded to earlier, feels really good as well. The fact that you've responded to a distress call and you've come to Washington DC, and the capital is in chaos, and your job is basically to go around and kill all the bad guys. And that's it, really. Kill all the bad guys, help the good guys, and that's it. Whereas I felt sometimes in the Division 1, it was a bit chaotic. You didn't really... The story was pretty complicated, because you were like the second wave of Division agents that had gone into New York. What had happened to the first people? You were trying to figure out who had let the flu go. You were trying to find a cure for the flu. There was lots of different things happening, and it got very confusing. Whereas I think in this one, it's very much obvious. You know, you're the new sheriff in town. You're going to sort everybody out. That's your job. Go out and kill them all, and that's what you do. And so far, I've really enjoyed it. And the argument I've said before is it is repetitive, but you know, it's a shooter, and I really enjoy it, kind of like this. No, it's fantastic. It makes you feel really badass as well. And why couldn't the movement in Ghost Recon Wildlands been as good as this? Now, I know the difference with the Division is you're very much, everything's flat, and you're kind of being sucked from surface to surface. You know, you're taking cover, you're jumping over cover, you're going onto cover again, and that would be much more difficult in an outside open world environment with hills and trees and everything like that. But even the way the character runs is better than Breakpoint. So yeah, so I will be getting the Division 2. I will be making videos about it. Probably not loads though, because as I say, I don't know that much about it. You know, the limit of my knowledge tends to be make the numbers go up, and I also really just enjoy playing the campaign. You know, working my way through the story. I'm not really into the Division's player versus player. If there's a horde mode, I'll play that. I think that's pretty cool, and I'll go into the dark zone probably and explore that when I'm a little bit more au fait with the game. But for me, just playing the campaign, running through that, and then running through the various missions again and again, is more than good enough for me. And at £20, hello, where is this? Where we've got to go? Is more than satisfactory. So what I will probably be doing is I'll be doing a review, a worth buying cheap review, as you'd expect. And then I'll just be doing probably playthroughs, maybe a beginner's guide. This might be worth it. I love the little turret. The AI and the enemies is pretty good as well. They're really good at flanking. My little turret just kills everybody. It's great. Well done, little turret. Jamie in the chat says, I liked the Division 1 and 2 when I started, but found that I got bored with both for a while. I played both on my own, although maybe I would have enjoyed it with friends. Eye up, Oliver. Yeah, that's a good point. It does get repetitive. Did anybody drop anything? I just really enjoy the shooting. So the next question we've got to answer ourselves though is to COD or not to COD, because that's coming out next week, isn't it? Do we COD or do we not COD? I don't know. I keep going backwards and forwards on it. I enjoyed the beta, you know, I played it loads.
Hostiles near your position.
This must be where most of the hyenas are holed up. Make your way through this side of the complex and secure it.
They're really annoying those, aren't they?
I'm gonna take all of
Where did you come from? Right, how do we get down? Uh. Or is that an enemy, it is, it's an enemy gun thing. Okay, how do we get down from here? Don't want to jump off there, do we? Do we do anything with this? Boxydon says, good evening, sir. I'm going to give COD a miss. I'm living in hope the Battlefield's next game will be back to Modern Warfare and back to its best. Yeah, I think that threw all of us out, didn't it, this year, with the fact that Battlefield 5 was such a disappointment.
I still got some movement in the eastern apartment building.
Get over there. Let's wrap this one up.
Let's get some more supplies. What are these things? Oh, it's sniper elite traps. I really enjoy the ambience as well of the Division 2 and the Division, the music, the sounds.
There's water purification equipment on the rooftop opposite your position.
Give me something for the theater.
Go on, little turret. Sort them all out. Stop ducking. All right. Enzart Zimwada says you have PS what? PS4. Matchbook, excellent. You've got to pick up things like water and bits as well in this in the Division 2, and then deliver them to control points so that they're better able to survive, I guess. Stoner LMG. What's that? Why is there a? What's that green thing down there? Oh, it's food. Okay. Okie dokie. Oliver said, "I just no, you didn't." Right. So where do we go next? So that's too hard, I think. So we have got some shade tech to find. Oh no, right. There's some shade tech there. Let's go to that shade tech first. How do we get out of here then? Because even the side missions in the Division 2 feel like the main missions in the Division 1. Right, so this should be food here. Oh, here we go. Food. It's normally scattered all the way around the outside of the area. A kid's jacket. And the idea is, I think the idea is you come back to these areas to top up with food and water and components. Because lots of the loot doesn't show up on the mini-map in the way that it used to. Your toter's on fire, is it, Oliver Shop? Ah, well. Worst things happen at sea. I think that's it. Is that all of the food? Okay, so we've secured this area so these guys can come and find food. Excellent. How did you guys get in here though? And more importantly, how do I get out? This is still a bit buggy in the game. You think, well, you get into places and you think, well, how do I get out of here? This looks like a dead end. Some loot there, though. So, alright, I'm missing all this loot. Onwards. Onwards, onwards, onwards. Right. Right. Okay, you lot, how did you get in? Oh. Alright, okay. Where are you going then? Aha!
Drinking water nearby. Food supplies detected.
Okay, so we've got some drinking water nearby, so let's see where that is. Because that's just, we'll do the shade tech first, then we'll go and get the water.
Friendly control point nearby. Hostile broadcast detected.
Let's go and sort out this hostile broadcast first. So it's west.
Rations nearby.
It's this way. Oh, it must be in here. Okay, where is it then? Where is it then? Use the console. Is it that orange thing? No, see that takes me out of it. So I'm looking for the transmitter. Which they were definitely defending. One shot the orange thing. Am I going mad here? Why can't I see it?
Agent in need of backup. Drinking water detected.
Aha!
Food supplies detected. Progress resumed. Directions nearby.
Sending out our team.
Medical drive required. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Why did I get a better fucking gun?
Food supplies detected.
It's time to make a decision.
Whew.
That's your prerogative. But I'll tell you something. Your days will be numbered. Or you can help us.
Right, we're going to go get that water next, aren't we? Oh, we've got Shade Tech first.
Drinking water nearby.
Aha, there is. Where is it? I missed it. Aha. Oh, no, we got another level 7 org. That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Should we equip that?
Drinking water detected. Rations nearby.
Or is it on the other? It's on the other side of this wall. It's not in here. I mean, look at this. Looks amazing. Wait a minute, that's telling me it's... it's down there. Yeah, look at this. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, before we move on, let's just check our loadout.
Drinking water nearby. Food supplies detected.
So we've got the level 7 AUG. Let's mod it. Now let's put that on. Let's put that on. Okay, I haven't got anything else. And then what we got? We got the level 7 stoner or the MG5. They're both green, aren't they? look at it's got 200 seat. Look at that bad boy. Right, let's mod it. What can we do? Should we put the 4 times on it? Oh dear. Okay, we haven't got okay, I haven't got anything of that. Okay, so we've got a 4 times on it. I don't think this would be particularly good with the 4 times. Let's give it a go though. Should we ever...
Detected. Rations nearby.
Oh, it might be alright. Right, what we got? Right, drinking water's there. So let's go and get this drinking water first. It's around here. So drinking water is in barrel. Oh wait a minute, I wanted to get rid of my... Here we go.
Echo nearby. Food supplies detected.
Presumably there's some more water barrels around here.
Odessa Sawyer as I live and breathe. Well, Mama always said I was a cockroach. I assumed she meant I was tough to kill.
I doubt it. Who are your friends?
I might do introductions after you've heard me out.
Oh, so hush hush.
What are you these days? OGA?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I've got a new employer. We're hiring. Good base plus hazard pay and bonuses. And you'd be working with quality people.
Yeah? Now who would I be working for?
People who want what's best for this country.
Uh-huh.
This is a one-time deal, Odessa. Things are happening fast. You don't want to miss this bus.
I swore an oath, and I'm sticking to it. Not something I'd expect a cockroach to understand.
Well, that's a damn shame. You sure would be an asset. Be seeing you.
I sure fucking hope not.
Ooh, so these are the bad guys, aren't they? These are the real bad guys. Oh, wait a minute, do I have to do anything to take it away? No, right, okay. So, is that all of the water gone? Have we found everything? That must be everything now, mustn't it? It's got to be. Okay. So, we got this side mission next.
The theater needs new batteries for its communications equipment, and the Odia Technology Office could be just the place to find them. Head over there and sweep the site.
Will do.
Drinking water nearby. Food supplies detected. Incoming backup request. Accepting backup request.
Let's help this person out. Now I know how to do it properly. So what we've done here is somebody's called for help who wants real players to help them in the world. So I'm loading in. The only what I've found though,
Supplies detected.
is that often by the time you load in, everything's finished. You're like, well, what was that all about? Where are you going?
Drive out the hyenas and secure the rooftop gardens.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
There's nobody here, dude. What are you aiming at? Okay, you called me. I'm here. What do you want to do? So this fella got himself involved in a firefight, yeah. Right, well done. Right, okay.
Drinking water detected. Hostile broadcast detected. Heat detected. Progress halted. Manual override required. Progress resumed.
thinking about joining the hyenas. Do you really want to live like a scavenger? It's pitiful. The hard road becomes easier with time. Come to the
Hostile control point nearby.
Ooh.
Drinking water nearby.
I thought I controlled this control point. Oh well. Maybe this is hostile in his world. God, look at all the enemies here. Jesus.
Serious trauma detected.
Uh-oh.
Agent incapacitated.
This is the first time I've died in this game. Right, come and help me then. No, don't stay over there. Come. Well done, well done. Where are you going? Come on, pick me up. Pick me up, pick me up.
Agent vital signs 0.
That's the first time I've died.
Down.
Oh, target's down. Oh well. In fact, that's a classic way I used to die in the Division 1, where instead of you're behind cover and you're in a firefight, and I tend to think you press circle to back off from the cover, but you don't. You press X, but if you press circle, you get on top of the cover, and immediately, all the enemies start blasting away at you. So anyway, I think we've been playing the Division 2 enough for tonight. There we go. The audition went very well for the Division 2. This won't be a main game in the channel. This will be a game we come to every now and again just to play through, because it's a nice, fairly chilled out, mostly player versus environment sort of game. Don't have to worry about getting too sweaty in multiplayer.
Safe
And
area entered.
the shooting feels really, really good. So anyway, I will call it a night on the Division 2. Thank you very much everybody for coming along and
Control
watching.
point detected.
Been a pleasure as ever, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Oh, and just remember, to COD or not to COD, that is the question.